thank the greeters, Nancy Wilson, Debbie Klein, and Darlene Brazil. And on the mic today is going to be David Mark Raymond. Can everybody hear me okay? Is that better?
Much better.
Oh. Okay, so we only have one mic, so we'll just pass it around and have fun with that. This morning, Charlie Judson's going to lead us to the Pledge of Allegiance and the flags back in the
Right behind Harry.
Harry, right behind you.
I'm writing the words down.
1, 2, 3. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Vicki here. I didn't see her come in. Okay, she's the thought for the day. Never be late no matter how long it takes.
That's it.
The great one. Oh, great one.
Hi there.
Hi there. How you doing?
That's right from here okay with you?
I think that's fine with me.
It's getting to be kind of like the Christmas season. So maybe a little Rudolph this morning? I think we all remember that. Some remember longer than others. You know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. But do you recall the most greatest reindeer of all? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw him, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeer loved him, and they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history.
Michael Cook, do we have any visiting Rotarians? Michael? Looks like no visiting Rotarians. They couldn't find us.
Piled up against the door.
If you have a guest
Sonic home.
sitting nearby, please raise your hand and speak out loudly.
I am pleased to introduce my guest, Kelly Silverstein, who is an interior designer specializing in kitchens and baths with a business in Santa Rosa.
Next.
It's my pleasure to introduce two other of the management team at the Earl Baum Center. You're going to meet some of the other professionals that work here, so I'd like to introduce Alan Brenner, the CEO of the Earl Baum Center, and Katie Aho, the office manager of the Earl Baum Center.
Any other guests? A big round of applause for our guests. Now, it turns out that we don't have a caption contest this week. That means we have two next week. And as Jim Bertero pointed out, without using PowerPoint, this will be a much shorter meeting. So, birthdays and anniversaries. I think we only have one birthday, and that's Jim Gilliam. December the 7th. Day that we're living in.
Well, that's your say it's listed in for me.
So Jim, what special plans do you have for your birthday?
Well, I just got back from a trip to Asia, and I went to Singapore, Laos, Vietnam, Cambodia, and Thailand. And then this weekend I'm going to the Camels.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That'd be an adventure in itself. So 5 countries, is that right? 4 countries? 5 countries.
Five days.
That's what, $10?
$10, yeah.
Oh, gee.
I'll charge you for the country just for your birthday.
All right,
Entry fee.
yeah,
Reinstatement.
yeah.
We don't have any anniversaries this week,
Yeah, yeah.
nor do we have any club
I'm
anniversaries.
trustworthy enough. Oh, I don't know.
So we'll move right on to announcements. Jeff, you want to talk about international?
Yeah, I just wanted to let everybody know that we're having an international meeting tonight. If there are interested parties, 5:30 at the Senior Center. It's always the first Wednesday of the month. Last month, we had one attendee, that was me. If anybody's interested, just if you could raise your hand if you're interested, whether you can make it tonight or not. If there's any interest in being on the committee. I mean, we're looking at things, obviously, we've got our telemedicine stuff going on, but there's some projects south of the border that Barbara Barney has ventured to, and there's a project from that the East Santa Rosa Club has brought to our attention in Zambia, or I think presented, I was absent that meeting, I guess they presented on school teachers, stuff, some horrible living conditions over there, so anything you're interested in and you want to bring to the table, we'll explore as well, so anybody interested who hasn't come before, want to just come, okay, great. So can those same people come tonight?
Yeah.
Okay,
Came tonight.
okay, all right,
It's
well.
the senior center, right?
Yeah, I don't even want to bother opening the door if nobody's going to be there, so.
What time?
Okay, Michael will be there, 5:30 at the Senior Center.
Okay.
Thanks. It's,
Right by the library.
police station, is that it?
Next to the library.
Mark?
The other side of the parking lot.
Good morning, Mark.
Breakfast is next door.
Morning, Mark.
And I assume everyone knows by now that this Friday is First Friday, and we're going to have a Christmas party, and Bruce is going to talk about that.
For those of you who are coming out Friday, thanks to this wonderful drought quenching rain, we're going to have a minor parking issue. Our house is all the way down the driveway when you get there. It's not the first house, there's a house right at the front of the driveway. I'm going to try and have some parking open up across the street as well. But I will have blocked off some spots. If you see a spot that's blocked off, please do not go into it unless you have AAA to pull you out. Yeah, there are flyers on the table with an invitation, and on the back, directions, easy directions. You go off of Highway 116 on Green Valley Road heading west, go exactly 1 mile, to the top of the hill, the driveway's on the left-hand side. If you get to Sullivan Road, you've gone 100 feet too far.
Thank you, Bruce. Well, Debbie just gave me an important announcement. The restroom's right out here to the right.
Are we supposed to bring something, I'm assuming?
Marty? No.
Potluck, and spouses and partners are more than welcome. Just like our normal Christmas party. Bring what you like to
Bring
eat.
something.
You might want to go on to the invitation that you received from Debbie, last week. And just if you're coming, did we know how many cups of wine we have on that one? Actually, you can bring a bottle of wine and a shirt. Right?
All right. What time? 6?
5:30.
5:30. 5:30. All right. Al, would you come up here for a minute? Rotary International started something this year, which when you bring a member into the club, they send you a little tag that you can put on your pin. We have 2 people that are going to receive those tags today. Me and Al. So I'll do you if you'll do me.
Anybody want to take my place?
Who did you bring in?
Summer.
Yep. Ken, how about you?
Melody.
All right.
Summer's
should get the report.
So more of these will be arriving and we'll be doing this again. It's always a surprise when they come in. So what it is a new pen and the sleeve. So when you see that blue sleeve, it's not an accident. You're gonna get the sleeve. Do this right.
Who needs help?
Yeah.
This is. Thank you.
All right, you're first.
I'm invisible.
Got that down pretty good.
Al, not Al, not Al.
Bring back the PowerPoint.
All right, thank you. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Now then, back to these exciting announcements. The community grants are now open and on our website. You want to talk about that, Alan?
Yeah, so if you go onto the homepage of the website, the community grant application is, they're up and running. We officially kind of started December 1st, and we're going to close them off at January 15th. Big thank you to Debbie Klein for all her help in getting that up, and Jim Goodenough and Terry and everybody else who helped get that going. So, and I think Charlie's going to take care of getting some publications announcements. So anybody that you've worked with in the past to apply for grants, let them know that they are open.
Alan?
Yep.
So you may want to point out that the form this year is fillable on the website.
Yeah.
You can't download it and type it. It's fillable and that's it. If you start sending those gobs and gobs of paper, you lose. So, which is a great, and that's to Debbie, who's done a wonderful job with that, so.
So it's online only?
It's online only.
Have we notified the schools?
Well, Marty. Yeah, I think Charlie is going to notify.
I mean, I can help out the school, notify the schools.
And if you want to visit the automatic external defibrillator, it's in the lobby of the office building that you guys provided through that grant program for the Earl Allen Center last year.
Wow.
But please don't have us use it.
Good. So if any of you have
That sounds like a good idea.
friends or contacts that want to do the community grants this year, be sure and let them know. Go to our website, fill out the form there. Yes, Michael?
Also, I just want to announce the Community Services Committee is meeting tomorrow night at 6:30 at the Senior Center. So anybody who would like to attend that.
Okay, good. And I have a fine-free recognition coming up, which is Thanksgiving stories. So if some of you had a special thing happen at Thanksgiving, you want to talk a little bit about it, you can raise your hand and tell us. No special Thanksgivings this year. Oh, that's good. I do have this is not fine free, but somebody has a new puppy dog. And Paula, why don't you tell us about Zoe?
Well, after many years, I finally got my puppy after retiring, and she's 8 weeks, and I'm all beaten up. And I got up at 4 this morning.
Okay, you love her a lot,
Oh,
right?
yellow lab, okay.
You love her a lot.
I do.
$5 worth?
Over the moon.
Okay. Gus, do you have gas? Do you have something to say?
I went, hey,
I'll tell you, I went to Jasper O'Farrell for a drink when it was Thanksgiving Day in the afternoon. And then they had a spread there, turkey and stuffings, the whole works, free dinner.
Wow.
Ended up getting turkey dinner.
Well, remind us next year.
Well, that may not be there again.
So I went to the East Coast for a Thanksgiving trip. First time back since my father passed away. I was starting to go through his belongings and things. That was a special time to spend. My brother, my sister-in-law, and their 18-month-old son, who's just walking, and he's decided he doesn't want to walk, he just wants to run, and that's what he does. So we have to spend some time with them. And holidays for little kids are always great, but the day before Thanksgiving, we were going out to eat dinner at a restaurant, and all that day, it had snowed, and there was sleet, and there was ice on the ground, and things were falling off of buildings as you're walking to try to get to the restaurant. And they said, when they move to California, they will not miss this kind of weather. It wasn't an if. And then the Thanksgiving Day, I actually flew back on Thanksgiving Day to California. It's a wonderful day to travel. Everybody is happy. I've never seen San Francisco International Airport that empty. So anyway, I had a very nice Thanksgiving, and then the day after on Friday had a big family turkey dinner with Miriam and her folks and her sister.
Yes, Jim.
So,
Hi, Matt.
I went. I've got a twofer
I
here.
didn't know I didn't forget your birthday.
I've got a twofer here.
We actually got a new dog. Very, very. Yeah, very, very cute dog. In fact, it's so cute that whenever we walk down the street, we're interrupted. We can't go anywhere. I mean, we're surrounded by people asking questions that want to, pat and hug the dog and so forth. And that was our experience. The second part of this is our Thanksgiving Day or Thanksgiving Day celebration experience was down in Santa Cruz. We stayed near the boardwalk at the Casablanca Hotel, that old hotel there. We were walking up and down the boardwalk, and I'm telling you, we couldn't get more than a couple of feet without being stopped by people asking us about this dog. 8-week-old black lab / border collie by the name of Kira, just as photogenic, as cute as can be. But sorry, I don't. I don't have a picture of my kids. But very active digestive tract. I can tell you that.
I thought you that information.
We had a really nice Thanksgiving. Gene's daughter came down from Oregon, hadn't been down in a few years, and the grandkids came in from New York. So lots of fun. And we got 2 new pound kitties on Sunday.
Well, Gus reminds me that fair is fair. If I charge Paula $5, I have to charge Alan $5.
One for each paw and a tail.
I celebrated many Thanksgivings, but the one with my family was on Sunday, and I had all 3 of my boys, which I realized after taking pictures, they're men now. I don't know when that happened, but we had a lovely time together. And my oldest son delivered a baby at 4 in the morning. It's the second one he's delivered as a fireman. A lady knocked on the door and she was ready. And so, second baby, he's got little stork wings on his fireman uniform. He said, he's getting a reputation for delivering babies. So maybe someday he'll get married and deliver his own. Yay.
Well, some of you more than others have been following my social life.
That is our social.
I may have to retire my Hugh Hefner badge. I found someone I really like. She's a Rotarian. I met her in Sydney when I went to the Rotary International Convention. And neither one of us were looking for anybody, but somehow we still found each other. I went up to Portland for Thanksgiving. She actually lives in Medford, so I went and picked her up in Medford, and then we drove on up to Portland. And that's where her son lives. We had Thanksgiving with her son and his family. And he turned me on to a new smoker. for fixing turkeys, and so I had to order one of those yesterday. It's called a Traeger. It uses wood pellets, all different flavors of pellets, and it's quite a machine. Yeah. Anybody else?
We should applaud for your.
Ken, how much is that worth? What?
Yeah.
$100 bucks. $100.
Priceless.
He's red.
I think you should go to the convention.
It will, yeah. Be careful next year in Sao Paulo. In fact, we're both planning to go next year. I think that's worth $100.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Any other body? All right.
I don't think I announced I have 6 grandchild coming, which is nice. That's not a bad. However, we have a radio show, and we are going to talk about how to have your pet survive an emergency on the show from 11 to 1 on cows, and Katie's going to be there.
Okay, thank you. Well, we're going to run a little bit ahead of schedule, but I think it's time that we had Dan come up here and talk to us about the Earl Baum Center.
Well, I'll just say a few words, but we're running a little ahead of schedule, and some of our folks, since they can't see, they also can't drive, and so they're relying upon some of the public transit or ride services that we make use of. So they're going to, majority of our speakers will be here at 8, so that's what we're going to wait on here. But also, I'll say a few words, then Alan, our CEO, will say a few words as well, and hopefully by that time, the rest of our speakers will be showing up. So, welcome to the Earl Baum Center. We're really happy that you were able to make it out on this rainy morning and find that turn. Oftentimes, I talk to people and they say, oh yeah, I drive by the Earl Baum Center all the time. Your parking lot's always empty. I said, we really don't want our clients to be driving. The parking lot is a very good thing most of the time. Some of the recent things that we've had happen here, some of you may have come and attended Earl Fest, which is our Americana Music Festival that happened just a couple of months ago. And we also have recently started a tactile sculpture garden. So when you're done here, we'll have an opportunity to take a bit of a tour for people who have a bit of time before they have to go to work. If you have to go to work, we understand, but if you have got a little extra time, happy to show you around a little bit. But just out that door to the west is the start of our tactile sculpture garden. We've recently done some landscaping around there with the help of the United Way Day of Caring and the large volunteer team from Keysight Technologies, formerly known as Agilent. So that was a lot of fun. A lot of people that I knew that I used to work with that I hadn't seen showed up to work that day, and it was very, very touching. And I told them every lunch that I saw the list of names of people that were showing up, and it's like, it just gave me this warm feeling. My friends are coming to help. So, you'll hear a lot more about the services that we provide from the folks that will be speaking later, but I'd like to ask Alan if he'd like to say a few words of welcome and introduction as well. Can we put that on the stand? Yeah. So I have a chance. Yeah.
Good morning.
Can I hear me?
I'm very happy to welcome everyone from the Sebastopol Sunrise Rotary. It's really a pleasure to have you here. As you probably will be able to tell, Dan and I are very good at a few words, and I'm worse than anyone. So I get the opportunity because no one's here to just share a few things. I had the pleasure of meeting some of you at one of your meetings when I had a chance to speak several years ago. And that was a real memorable day for me in so many ways. It was not only enjoyable and a pleasure to be able to be a part of your meeting, but it also was great in many ways. We were able, through our connections, to have a lot more to do with you after Happy Trails. Some of my happiest moments began when I had the opportunity to meet a guy named Dan Needham. And Dan was talking a little about his experience with blindness and his father, etc. And now we're so honored to have Dan as our Chief Operating Officer here. And that was because of my engagement with you. So I really feel indebted to this group in so many ways. Now we have Katie Ahu. We just can't keep away from your group. You're our HR resource now. Katie. I too have a new dog. Careful. Hey, I can use the money. No, I just started working with Rodeo here. He's been working with me for 1 week, and he's really quite an amazing dog for a 1 week working dog. And I'm trying to stretch this out. We have a really nice group of people who are going to give you some really great information. I am available if anyone has any questions, if any of you feel overly compelled to remember that we're a charitable organization also, and if you're interested in supporting us, we don't turn it away. I'm really stretching it now. And well, before they get here, do any of you know the background of Earl Baum Center? Once upon a time, there was a man named Earl Baum who lived here on this property. His family lived on this property since the 1850s. And throughout most of his life, from age 17 on, Earl farmed the land, and he did it totally blind. And he left an amazing legacy here. He found ways to make the property accessible by using baling wire lines and other things. There were no really new and creative ways of doing things, no accessible technologies that can help you, no GPS. So he had to figure out his own way. He was a very, very serious farmer. He had orchards, he raised cows and chickens, and had a tractor, and we have photos of his old tractor here with him starting it with a crank. So at the end of his life, he decided to leave this in trust to be developed into a recreation and social environment, a social center. We took it over in 1999 when we opened our doors. He left us an amazing legacy here of 17 acres of magnificent property. And we're so fortunate and we're so grateful for all that we've been able to have here. It's made a difference to many, many people. We serve people in 5, 6, 7 counties. And the day we opened our door, we were the only ones from the Golden Gate Bridge to the Oregon border providing services. We started with nothing. And we have some of our same staff, one of whom you'll meet in a little while. Are they here?
Jeff's here.
Okay, hi Jeff.
Good morning.
Okay, some of our staff have been here virtually since the beginning, including Jeff, including Denise, and it's been quite an incredible ride. And so I welcome any questions at any point. I think we can move on with, I don't know what the order of things is, Dan, if you're here. Okay, yeah, that's Dan.
He's operating chief.
Do we have an order of presentation?
Well,
rival rather than
Okay.
landowner.
Sounds good.
So, yeah. So
I have a
what,
question.
yes,
Do you still grow food here?
yes and no. We're not a farm, but we have a garden, a vegetable garden that people, many of our clients participate in. We have an orchard still with some very old trees that still produce. We keep them as well maintained as possible. It's all organic because we don't do anything to them. Except prune them and take care of them. And so, yes, from that sense. And then, of course, our greatest source of nurturing is in working with our clients.
Thank you.
Well, Dan, do you want to explain what's happening? Oh, you're still
Yeah,
working on it?
that's okay. With the
It's just like Ken.
no, we weren't actually planning on using the CDBGs. I was just having that as a contingency plan in case we have any two-way arrival.